Hello and welcome back to the channel. I recently found a website that gives you a Rosen score, which is a number of trophies based on how many Eric Rosen inspired challenges you have completed. After entering my username, I found I had a Rosen score of only 22 out of 63. So today, I'm trying some of the fun challenges listed to increase my Rosen score. Today's challenge is alphabet openings, where you have to win a game where your opening moves spell out a word. Let's start with something easy like Chad, and if that goes well, we'll try something that's a little bit more of a headache. Let's get started with game number 1. All right, game number 1. I am playing this at my true rating level. I'm just in the public pool. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel like I cheated the idea. Oh, and we get aborted, okay. Anyways, let's try that again. All right, we get a 2150. Let's start with C, and then we have to move an H pawn, so we have CH, and then we'll have to move the A pawn for A, and then finally the D pawn for D. And I feel like we've gotten a relatively London system inspired sort of opening. This might actually be all right. I mean, Queen B6 here would be quite annoying, targeting that B2 pawn, and since I am out of theory and a few moves behind, it's a little bit awkward. Not to mention, I have to do a rating climb at some point because I've dropped a lot of rating, both doing challenges and frankly just playing at night when I'm a little bit more careless than I normally would be. We get bishop d6, challenging this bishop, can't drop it back like I normally would because there's no recapture. So I could play knight to e5 or I could just take the bishop. Okay. I don't believe the challenge counts unless you win, so we're gonna have to play a little bit aggressively here. Well, is knight to e5 in time? Knight to d7, there's a sack. Okay, we'll try this on for size, knight to e5. We'll try to grab control of the center, reinforce it with knight to f3. Sure, this looks okay. Bishop to e4 targets this knight. That is quite annoying. My opponent takes, I take back with the pawn, I still drop that e5 square. Okay, we're gonna have to trade everything off, unfortunately, which will lead us into an endgame, which will definitely be more drawish than I would like, but we don't really have a choice in this scenario. Yeah, we're gonna get e5. This is going to stink of a draw. Let's just castle short as well. On the bright side, I could earn 10 points if I do win this game, which is a pretty good amount of rating for playing a challenge. Okay, we'll go ahead and take back. This would just lead to even more trades, but we get knight to f6 instead. Queen back to c2. I'd rather not leave her on the same file as the rook, especially with this sort of inevitable e5 push. c5. Why do they want me to have pawn majority on the queen side as we enter the endgame? I'm not sure, but I'm not going to ask too many questions. I'll just be happy with the fact that we do have that pawn majority. Okay, we'll go to double up the rooks. Grab that open file. Oh, sweet. We are given the open file on a silver platter, b5. I do have to pick up the pace here a little bit. I'm down to a minute 21. That's usually not where you want to be against a higher rated player. Okay, we'll move the queen off of the file. This is looking quite good, actually. Centralize the knight. Ooh, there's f7 ideas as well. And this knight is pinned. Oh, the queen goes all the way back. Target this pawn instead. How annoying can we be? Queen over. Let's move the king up to h2. Maybe f4. Nice, f4. And I mean, this is still pinned. Okay, now the rook has moved out of the way, so not anymore. Bring the queen in. Problem is, I'm not totally sure what I'm playing for here. Why don't we try for a kingside attack? I mean, my opponent's not really done anything of great note. f6 is annoying. It only leaves me one move, but e5 isn't currently possible. f5? That looks pretty annoying. 53 seconds left on the clock. If we get this first try, that would be absolutely insane. Okay, queen goes back. This, if e5, I just take the knight. Oh, I've walked into a fork here. Okay, luckily I have this check on d8, which gets me out of it. Nice, check. Takes, we'll take back, and then we'll double up on that open file. Nice, okay, so we've wiggled our way out of that little issue, but we're down to 42 seconds. We're gonna need some sort of back rank idea here, it seems. Let's start by targeting this pawn and giving them some pressure. e4, wow, they do not care. They're just going to push that pawn. Okay, is that how it's gonna be? 34 seconds left on the clock. Target this pawn, it's definitely a weakness, no way to defend it. Move the king over, this is fine. The question is, can I convert this or find the winning idea in 32 seconds? Okay, free pawn. Let's just move back. This looks fine. Defend this b2 pawn. Maybe rook d7 looking for a trade, maybe h4 looking to open up their king. That seems actually quite promising. Looking for a counterattack. Let's block this off so they're not looking at f5, sorry. Ooh, this is not looking so promising anymore. 19 seconds, which is the biggest issue. Can I bring the king out into the center, or is that absolutely insane? Am I going to get punished for this in like 2 moves? Or is this somehow going to work? I mean, I'll walk the king all the way down if they permit it. Oh, we've dropped f5. Okay, rook is going to have to come and defend. Oh goodness, this is quite scary. Oh man, maybe this is fine? I have no idea. Oh goodness, we've dropped the queen. Okay, fair play. Fair play to the opponent. Almost surely there's no way to hold on to this, not with 2 seconds. Yeah, fair play, fair play. I mean, I'll try for this, but there's nowhere near enough time. Yep, fair play. All right, we don't get the first one, but I feel like we were pretty darn close. So let's go ahead and move on to game number 2. All right, game number 2. Oh, I almost played D4 just out of habit. Okay, we'll start with C, then H, A, and D. And it's basically like, at least as far as the white pieces go, it's like playing a London, but you're one step behind. Nice, we've closed the center as well. Okay, this is a better position. There's more pieces on the board. We don't go into a stinky endgame. Knight to E5, clear as day. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, wait, this might actually be amazing. Okay, let's not mess this up now. How do I hold on to this advantage? I mean, this would be absolutely insane, but it's kind of tempting. Okay, I can't spend too much time on this move. Queen to E2 is probably fine. It feels like I took the lazy way out. Oh, nice, bishop trade, I'll take that. Slide out of the way, come and get me over here, and then don't look at your kingside anymore. I wish I could talk to my opponents. Maybe I could distract them. Okay, G4, looking for the obvious pawn break. And it doesn't really matter how I do this. I just need to open up lines. If I can open up lines, there's attacking chances. And then we're actually playing to win. We're also slightly holding on to E5 as well. I don't want a center break. Okay, sweet. We're looking at this, which is inevitable because we're covering H5. It is a free pawn, but like I said, I don't really care exactly how I do it. I just need to open up lines against the opponent king. Okay, now let's bring in a rook. I feel like that's pretty sound. Then we're looking to double up, target G7, and I think we're looking quite well there. Let's go ahead and let's do it back here so F4 is never an issue. Double up, now looking at G7. Probably gonna wanna unpin this knight at some point because it has a very nice spot here on E5, potentially G5 looking at E6. Knight to E4. Are they going to allow me to trade? That's really interesting actually, I hadn't considered that. Okay, let's start by trading off since they are apparently going to permit it. And I don't wanna trade anymore. Now I just want to bring my pieces into the attack, so we'll centralize that knight, shuffle the queen over, and hopefully before the opponent can take the open file, we can get some sort of attack going. This is promising because they've now walked into this fork where we're looking at D7, and we're also looking at G6 with the queen. I do have to admit that I've been relatively lucky in the sense that I got the white pieces twice in a row. Okay, opponent having a deep think here, maybe looking at knight to F6 ideas. I mean, it's hard not to just lose the tempo on this bishop because the real threat here is queen check, queen G6, knight F7. There's has to be some sort of mating idea. Okay, have they just walked into mate here? Or is there, oh, king goes the other way. Okay, very clever, I see it. Let's bring the queen in anyways. Threatening mate in 1. Rook to E7, defending mate in 1. Can I just win a rook here? Yeah, it's, oh, whoa. Hold on a second. Let's get rid of that knight first, and then we can worry about winning a rook. Holy smokes, that was almost the end of that attempt right there. Check, and if the king the other way moves the other way, we just pick up the rook. Not to mention, we're basically even on time. I have a minute 10. The opponent has... Nice, we get resignation! Okay, we are officially Chads, I guess. We should have that challenge now completed. Okay, I feel like I did that pretty well. I don't want to dive straight into the deep end of trying the headache, but that doesn't mean I won't. So let's move on and try the headache this time, which is going to require many more moves. Oh my god, we got the white pieces for the 3rd time in a row. Okay, headache. So we start with H, move on to E, D. Oh, that's not how you spell headache! What kind of... You know what, for the sake of the run, actually out of respect for my opponent, I'll finish this game, but I'm just going to transition in the video onto the next one. Okay, somehow I managed to win that game. No kidding. I got a brilliant move as well. Hold on. That's actually insane. I actually did get a brilliant move. That's so crazy. Wow. My ability to play chess when I'm actually focused and trying like for a video versus when I play in the afternoon just casually is actually insane. But okay, let's go ahead and move on to game number 4. All right, headache on this one is going to be significantly harder. We start with E4, so we go H. Let's try to actually spell it this time. E, A. We've got head out of the way, and now ache. So A move again. We need a C move. This is kind of tempting, but we'll go modest. So we've got head. We need an H, and then we need an E, which is going to be brutal. All right, off you go, little guy. We'll see how this goes. Wow, they don't even take it. That's highly amusing. Let's take in the center. Get rid of one of those pawns, and we've now officially spelled headache. We've now officially given ourselves a headache in this position as well. The only way I see us winning this is somehow the opponent is very, very slow to attack, or we get a counterattack going at some point. If I take my opponent's takes, it opens up the F file. Ideas of E6 are incoming, but I'd rather have a pawn in front of my king and open up the F file. Let's play this. Maybe looking at H2, maybe bothering the bishop. Maybe in some crazy future this happens, pawns, but that's a pretty big ask for a 2000 rated player not to see that idea. Okay, bishop takes back. Oh, we can get a queen trade. Oh, that's actually great, isn't it? Yeah, I should probably be very happy to have gotten a queen trade here. I can probably just leave this knight here. It takes, opens this up. I could also move back. We do that with tempo on the bishop, and then I finish development, but then there's e6. I mean, e6 can happen anyways. Let's play the interesting way, knight to d7. If they want to trade their bishop in an open position for my knight to double one of my pawns, then so be it. E6. That's exactly what I was afraid of. They don't trade anything off. They just look to open up a file. If they take with the rook, that's very annoying because I won't be able to castle. Oh, that's another way to stop me from castling. Let's move over. Bishop f6. Oh, knight to... What is happening? Okay, let's get some trades on the board because my king is in the center, and frankly, I'm horrified of what is coming. Okay, that looks pretty bad. Let's move the king over again. e5 with bishop check. I mean, this position stinks. 100% it stinks. We didn't even get to take advantage of these laterally advanced pawns. Sure, let's give up the pawn. That was our extra pawn, but we can at least get some trades on the board. Okay, nice, and it's our turn again. Let's keep the tempo by hitting the rook. And then we either fight for the f file or the d file. E file off limits because of the bishop. Wow, this is this position stinks. This isn't even possible. Neither of these are possible because of knight to e6. Okay, let's try this. What if I bother your h2 pawn? Knight to e4. Is that not just check? Bishop to e5 could be a little bit uncomfortable though. Okay, but this knight can't fork us anymore, so we challenge the open file. We're also down to a minute, so I need to not goof this up. Okay. More pieces to the middle, I guess. Oh, oh goodness, I've dropped the bishop. Okay, luckily we have this little tactic, which is quite unfortunate for the opponent. Oh, they trade off first. Never mind, it's unfortunate for us. Let's try to pin this again. King comes towards the center. To be honest, it's almost disrespectful of me to even keep playing this. Because I'm super down on time, the opponent is completely winning. I'm gonna try to get a passed pawn on the queen side. If I can't get that, I'll concede the victory. Check. Aha! Confuse the opponent with a check. They were not confused. Okay. Push. Beautiful way to convert that victory for my opponent. We'll go ahead and resign that game. All right, I'm going to give this one last try. Let's move on to attempt number 3. All right, come on, chess instinct. H. Let's not misspell it. That was the worst way to start that one. E. A. D. We need another A, and then we need C-H-E. So C. H. Oh goodness, E is this. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, please don't punish me for this. I am merely trying to do a fun chess challenge. Don't annihilate my position. Okay, if we don't get a crazy attack here, this is cooked. This is over. Bring all of the pieces in as quickly as possible. And if we don't absolutely assassinate our opponent here in the next like 15 moves, then this position will probably just get converted into a totally lost one for us. Okay, knight to e3. I'll definitely allow that capture. I'm looking to remove this knight so I can take on h2 with check. Not to mention, I could just do that anyways. We'll double up, so we're threatening to actually remove the knight. h3. What is happening here? Can I do this? Oh no, my bishop. And then I can take it back and threaten. I don't know what's happening here. I think I'm worse, but I'm confused. There's sacrificing ideas. I'm very confused by this position, I'll be honest. Okay, well, apparently the opponent is too, because they don't even accept the free bishop. Okay, what do we do here? We're still down a piece, so to be fair, they just have to convert. Okay, I don't know what's happening anymore, so what do we do here? Goodness. Let's just bring more pieces into the attack. I definitely don't think this is concrete. This is almost certainly worse for me because I'm giving up a second piece and I don't even know what the follow-up is, but like I'm seeing the opponent doesn't know what it is either. So I guess I can just press their button some more until they break. I mean, we've blocked in our own queen from entering, at least on this diagonal, but I'm sure at some point there will be opportunities for a reroute once this knight is eliminated. Okay, we take. The opponent is very much against taking free material, but I'm not. Let's go ahead and take this, remove the rook. Wow, they just push a5. They totally ignored that. Let's target the f2 pawn. Knight to d4. Ah, this position stinks of really good attacking ideas. I just have to be able to find them precisely. Which I think I can. I just have to believe in myself. Okay, check there. Okay, definitely check. That has to be the right move. Bring the rook onto the open file, and then there's all sorts of crazy ideas here. Bishop to e3. Take. We cover e2, and then there's mate on h1. Whoa, wait, no, the bishop covers. Okay. Whew, I got really excited there for a sec. Can I just take the queen, though? Whoop, that's mine. Okay, we're doing good. We can trade everything off now, too. Okay, this is fine. Line this up. Give me the bishop after as well. We're looking to remove the knight and take on f3. If the bishop moves, then we're pinned, and then we can take on e3. Oh my goodness, there's no way I'm actually doing this. a6, that's a desperate move. Take. Take again. There's no follow-up after rook a7. Oh. Wait, that's just mate. There's no way! I'm an actual menace. That's amazing. That's so insane. I hope I didn't peak the mic. I'm so sorry if you guys are listening to this on a set of headphones, but that's so dumb. I shouldn't be able to do that. That's absolutely insane. To be fair, I'm a little bit underrated as well, but it's not huge. I'm underrated probably by 50 some points. Wow, that is insane. Okay, well, we've learned 2 new openings as far as I'm concerned. We are now Chad opening players, and we are also headaches literally to our opponents. If you guys did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Let me know down below what you guys think of this style of video. I personally really enjoyed it, and there are more challenges from which to pull, and I will see you guys in the next one.